Okay, hello. So me, James, and Ella went to the Franklin Lloyd Wright home studio tour, and then once the tour was finished, we went to the Chicago Artist Coalition. Now I wanted to get the ones I didn't like out of the way in the beginning, and this was one piece I didn't like, and I didn't like it because I found it somewhat confusing. I kind of just saw it as a pile of dirt. Maybe I was missing something. One way I tried to interpret it was, you know, Earth is beautiful and this is, where things grow and things come out of. But sometimes when I don't like a piece, it's because it's contemporary art, and I find that contemporary art can be very hit or miss. But yeah, this was one piece that I didn't like too much, and then here's the other one I wasn't very fond of. It was just a bunch. It was a bunch of pieces of wood, and then if you zoom in on it, I have a zoomed in version. Some of it was coal, and some of it was grass. And thinking about it, I wish it could have been maybe. I think if it could have been a little more organized, then maybe it could have been a little more clearer to some degree. But I just wasn't exactly sure what this was. Maybe it was like an environmental thing, like the earth eroding of some kind. But yeah. I liked everything other than these two pieces, but these were the two that I was definitely least fond of. Now this one I loved. Um, just the details in it were so cool to me. How, like, if you look at it originally, it just looks like a bunch of lines, but then you keep looking, and each shape is so different. They're spread out so far, so differently together. Some of the blacks are a lot deeper than other blacks, and I don't know, just it's kind of strange, but for some reason it kind of calms me down. I like this a lot. I would say my favorite kind of abstract, my favorite kind of contemporary art would be like this abstract kind of thing. I like this a lot because there's no really there's no one interpretation of it, and there's no one feeling you have toward it. Like everything is kind of different, and I just like how the more you look at it, the more of the little details that you pick up on it. Which I thought this one was really cool. This one I thought was awesome. Just I don't have a lot of explanation for this one, but it's like maybe the left side is like a you know, completed version of the right side. Oh, okay. By the way, the first ones that everything I've done so far has been from the Artist Coalition. Now this one was great. This was actually wasn't even a part of the home tour. It was part of the just on top of on top of the building. I thought it was so cool. First, I thought it was so cool how big it was. Because a lot of times you see these little sculptures and they're kind of small, and this one was huge. And then just the pure emotion behind it, I thought was awesome. He's bent over. He looks like he's struggling. He looks really skinny. He's bald. He's looking down. I feel like even without a face or anything else, I get such a strong emotion from the piece, and I like that a lot. He has his hand over his head too. I mean, it just looks like he's in a really bad position, and for some reason, I feel like they did a really good job doing this. This next piece was also from the Franklin tour. I just really like the details. It's almost like they just drop water on it, and you see this baby's crib, and it's really deep. It's like what happened in this room where where you get this dark feeling. I just feel like the background and foreground, they do a really good job of that too. And it's almost like something's fading away. And this last one, it's really cool how the shapes and colors come together. That's another thing I'm very fond of when it comes to art is how shapes and colors come together. Okay, thanks.